Chapter 5: Isolation and Stigma. I'm still grappling with the people who have shut me out, who have turned their backs on me. It's hard to quantify the damage done to my relationships, you know. I've had so many different connections with various people, all centered around different aspects of my life. And every one of those relationships has been affected by this situation, from the least significant to the most important. The isolation and everything that came with it led me to seek therapy. I've seen 2 therapists now, along with my primary doctor, trying to figure out what went wrong with me in the first place. I've been committed to the therapy, trying to get a diagnosis so I could get the right medications and somehow get my head straight after everything that's happened. But it wasn't that simple. I was in maximum security, incarcerated, unable to talk to visitors, go outside, or do anything for 53 days. During that time, I didn't even know what people were seeing or saying about me. When I got out, things just went from bad to worse because I finally had to face the fallout from what the media had done to me. I had only heard bits and pieces about being on the news, but I never actually saw it because I had no access. The only contact I had was with my mom and dad over the phone. They were the only ones who accepted my calls. No one could visit me in jail because of COVID-19 restrictions, and we weren't allowed outside because we were classified as violent offenders in maximum security. It was awful. I'd never been confined for 53 days in my entire life before this. In the beginning, for about a week, I was stuck in the drunk tank where the lights never went off and there was no clock, so I couldn't even tell night from day. I remember calling my parents frustrated and angry, just trying to figure out what time it was because I had completely lost track of time. When I first saw my friends and parents after everything, it felt really strange because I wasn't the same person anymore. This whole experience has changed me in ways I never expected. I've been through a lot. Now I struggle with drugs, something I never dealt with before. It bothers me because I've had to lie about it, trying to keep my composure in messed up situations. It hurts to lie to people who once believed in me, but because of what happened and the way my mind works now, I get stuck in these ruts where I have to do something to either stimulate or numb my brain just to make it through the day. I'm on all these medications for anxiety and depression, but then I end up drinking, going off my meds, and thinking irrational thoughts, and it just turns into this vicious cycle of terror that I have never dealt with before. This mentality that I've been left with makes me think in ways I never did before any of this happened. I didn't struggle with addiction or lying the way I do now. It's like I've become someone I never was, but it's a direct result of what they did to me. It's their doing. I'm still trying to make things right and get to the bottom of this mess, but it feels like the whole world is against me. I can't seem to get ahead or find a way to strike back at the people responsible to really knock them down. They just keep winning, and I don't know how to turn things around to come out on top. I'm fighting. I'm trying, but it's like climbing the same damn mountain over and over again. When this all first happened, my mom actually went to the hospital with my uncle because she thought I'd been shot. She believed I was possibly dying due to some bullshit stories and miscommunications. My mom walked into that hospital thinking the worst, and from there it only escalated to me being incarcerated and facing the possibility of spending the rest of my life in prison. Things went from bad to worse pretty quickly. My dad and mom are total opposites. My dad isn't new to this kind of stuff. He used to ride with the MC Club. He's a biker through and through. He's got street cred and is a highly respected figure among his peers, especially in the ironworkers and tradesmen circles. My dad was a member of a motorcycle gang called the Bro of Wheels, riding alongside members like Sparky, Chief, and Grasshopper. He rode a 1977 FXC Shovelhead 1200 Harley-Davidson, which he had customized with chopped fenders, extended forks, custom paint, and straight pipes. He bought the bike brand new when he graduated high school, and it's been passed down to me. I ride it now, continuing the legacy he started with that Harley all those years ago. He's well known and respected, and I've always strived to be like him. I've tried to adopt the same persona and mentality, being strong, accepting responsibility, admitting when I'm wrong. All things I've learned from him. When I told him that they came after me with a spiked bat, the first thing he asked was if I was lying. I told him no, and he said, "I'm going to get you the best lawyer I can find." He trusted me, and that meant a lot because at that time, not many people were paying attention to what I was saying. It wasn't just him who helped. My mom, my uncles, and a lot of people came together to gather the money that eventually got me my lawyer. We're not the kind of people who have $30,000 lying around, so their support meant everything to me. The first night I was in jail, the first phone call I could make was to my dad. I told him that 3 people had broken into my house, that I had been arrested, and that I might be charged with assault or something. I didn't even know the full extent of the charges at that point. I explained that I took the bat from one of them and fought back. He asked me if they brought the bat to come after me, and I told him yes. They brought the weapon and started the fight. That's what needed to be addressed. My entire claim to self-defense hinged on the fact that they brought the bat to hurt me. They came after me and started the fight, but everyone except for my dad seemed to ignore that. He was the only one who listened to me, the only one who believed in me enough to get me a lawyer. I told them that they had brought the bat with the intention of harming me, and my dad asked me straight up if I was lying. I told him no, and he got me the best lawyer, as he said. That night, he took out a loan for $30,000 and hired my lawyer. In jail, a lot of your experience depends on whether you have money on your books. My dad made sure I had money so I could eat and get things like a sweatshirt and sweatpants because it was cold. Just a little bit of money can go a long way, especially when many people there don't have that support. A lot of incarcerated people are abandoned by their family and friends, left to fend for themselves because others believe they deserve to be there and need to serve their time. I get that, but that wasn't the case with me. I had a different experience because I had the money and the support, and I had people who cared. My aunts, uncles, and friends sent me cards, and even a small piece of mail can make your day when you've got nothing else. I worked as a foreman for both Manistee Welding and Zupin Industrial. When I was in jail with a bond set at $250,000, Megan Zupin, the owner of Zupin Industrial, stopped in to help. After my bond was reduced to $5,000, she bailed me out, showing me a level of support I will never forget.